A very good evening to one all. Let's check the audio. A very good evening. Okay, so everything is perfect. Okay, so good evening one and all. Today we are going to see about cyber security over social network. Okay, so this okay, so this program is like we are conducting Pantech eLearning by using online platform. Okay, so the program is all about how cybersecurity will be useful for our nowadays. Okay, so let we enter to the session. So this is the agenda, table of contents like introduction, CAA, and then types of cyber attacks, and then hackers, and then cyber security principles and conclusions. Okay, so this is the thing we are going to see about today's session. Okay, so let me enter into the session. Like first of all, introduction. So introduction is all about like the term cyber security is used to refer security of through the data. Okay, so just wait a minute. இல்லை சார் புதுசு போங்க புதுசு போங்க மறுபடியும் சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ண போய் சேனலில் போய் பாருங்க. ஆமாம் சார். So introduction, with increasing the amount of people, we are getting some connecting technology. Internet connection will be hacked by someone, because we have massive amount of mobile phones. We are using internet connections through IP addresses and all. Okay, so definitely we have breaks, okay, from those IPs and those IPv4 and IPv6 like that we have here using. So we have definitely we have some breaches. Okay, so based on that breaches, definitely the persons will be trying to attack. Okay, so this is one of the thing we need to rectify, because nowadays the data is a new oil. Okay, so we need to concern that oil, okay, without any breaches. Okay, so how we can concern, let we see. Okay, so meaning of what cyber is like a combining from related to the technology only. Okay, so the internet or virtual reality. Okay, so it's all about relating to the information of technologies and the internet and virtual reality. Okay, so the need of cybersecurity is, what is the use of cybersecurity is, we need to protect our massive information. Okay, so nowadays we have large amount of data, right? So we need to protect those large amount of data. Means it's very difficult to protect those large amount. For example, we are using an like we are using some Google Drives. Okay, so our Google Drive, in our Google Drive we are saving our some data, our personal data in Google Drive. Okay, so we need to protect those data, because it's our personal data. Okay, we need to protect our those data. So we need to rectify those errors. Okay, so like something, for example, nowadays we hear about the news about Facebook. Okay, so Facebook, some of the people, okay, not a Facebook, even Twitter also, some of the VIP Twitter accounts and all hacked. Okay, so like this we don't need to happen for our account also, because we are saving in clouds, okay, some of the data. So that is the thing we need to how we can protect those data. Okay, so that is the aim of this cybersecurity webinar. Okay, so why cybersecurity is important? So cybersecurity is important like in our technologies, in our internet technologies, and however the same technology will be vulnerable and then could be lead to the loss of essential data. Okay, so could be loss of essential data, and then cybersecurity is necessary to secure the data. Okay, so from the misused person or safeguard. Okay, it's like an antivirus only. Okay, so for our PC we are using some protecting software, antivirus softwares, and we are shielding our PC, right? So like the same thing only we need to do for our data also. We need to protect some data. Okay, so that is the way of cybersecurity main aim. Okay, so the cybersecurity is measured by like 3 goals, like you can see here, like protect the confidentiality of the data. Okay, so confidentiality of the data means nothing but your personal data, otherwise your personal information. Otherwise, if you are using any you are having a business account, means you need to rectify those account. Okay, so that is the use of confidentiality. Okay, so to protect the some information. Okay, then to preserve the integrity of the data. Integrity of the data means like if you have a data, okay, so those data it should be in the not in corrupted manner. Okay, so we need to without any corrupted manner we need to save some data in cloud or somewhere. Okay, so that is the preserve the integrity of the data and promote the availability of the data for authorized users. Okay, so from authorized user means, for example, if you want to download some softwares in any other software, using any software website, if you are downloading the software, for example, you want to download a Python software. Okay, for example, I am telling, if you are enter into the Python website, they will give software downloading link also, and they will give as keys also, that is encrypted keys also. Okay, so if you are using that encrypted keys, you can download your software, means it will be for example, everybody will know about torrent file, right? Torrent software. Okay, so using that new torrent, if you copy that 32-bit or 64-bit key about that software link, and then you paste it into your torrent, means you will be get a software. Why they are giving that link that keys means, sometimes some of the hackers, okay, some of the hackers or any other the person who want to attack your PC, the person who like hackers. Okay, so they will do like as it is same those software icons, and as it is they do some same software process, and they will create a duplicate web pages, and then they will try to post the softwares. Okay, so if we are not familiar with that website, definitely we are download the unmalicious softwares and we will install in our PC. Okay, so that is the way they are giving some encrypted bit key. Okay, using that encrypted bit key we can download our softwares. Okay, so that is the use of availability of data, availability, authorized users. Okay, then CAA. Okay, CAA is nothing but like you can see here, confidentiality, availability and integrity. So this is the main aim of our security goals. Okay, in our cyber security. And then we have like the property that information is not made available or disclosed to unauthorized individual entities. Okay, so like about confidentiality. Okay, we see it, right? Then tools for confidentiality. Okay, first one is encryption. Okay, encryption not only used for here, encryption is one of the main aim if you want to secure your data. Okay, so that is one of the most easiest way to secure your data. Encryption is the one of the thing. Then access control. Okay, so who can access? Okay, for example, if you are uploading a data to the cloud and you will share the link, means who can access with that link. Okay, that is important. Then authentication. So if you unknown person will be access that link, okay, you will receive some authentication keys, otherwise authentication message. Okay, the person who's want to access your data, okay, if we want to allow or not allow, okay. Then authorization is nothing but we need to give access from unknown person also, okay. So these are the some of the important thing, okay. Then physical security is nothing but we need to secure our even mail also, or Gmail or anything, okay. So that is the use of tools for confidentiality, okay. Then next one, integrity is nothing but the property of safeguarding the accuracy and then completeness of assets, okay. So accuracy and completeness of assets is basically it's all about they will safeguard your data, okay. So integrity refers to ensure the authenticity of information, okay. So like not altered, or for example I am telling the person who we have person A and person B, okay. So the person A will be send the message to person B, okay. So the person B will be receive that message definitely, but in this scenario we have only two persons, right, A and B. Then we can easily find out exactly we can find out the person will be find this send this message. But if in this scenario we will change, okay. So we will change this scenario like A, B, C, okay. So A is in somewhere, B is in somewhere, C is somewhere. B is receiving some message from message, okay. But the message is from actually the message is sent by C only, but C is changing the name I am A and then send the message to you, okay. So if you are using that message, if you are doing something, or if you are opening that message, your data will be gone, okay. So this is the thing, integrity we need to achieve, okay. Then tools for integrity, one thing is backup, okay. Backup is important, okay. So for, even it's a Google Drive, it's sometime Google Drive also not secure only, okay, because our data will be not saved in with us, okay. It will be saved in cloud. And then backup is necessary if you and then checksums, okay. Checksums and then data correcting codes availability, okay. So if you take an backup, you can easily unlock, you can easily encrypt your data, okay. So if you are using not only for example you can take our OSs, okay. So like OS, Windows or Linux or any OS, okay. So they have inbuilt BitLocker, okay. Using that BitLocker also you can lock your files, okay. That is the use of integrity. Then availability is nothing but being accessible and usable upon demand by authorized entity, okay. So being accessible and usable demand. For example, if it is an critical assets, okay, the customers and the business when we need to access those data, okay. So not the information will be available not only when it's lost or destroyed, okay. So here based upon the customers and business, okay. So like whenever we need, okay, we can access those data, but for public it's different, for business oriented it's different, okay. So the data availability between these two persons is totally different, okay. That is the availability. Then types of cyber attacks, okay. So cyber attacks is like we have web based attacks and system based attack, okay. Web based attack means like for example you can take our URLs, okay. So URLs, we have different type of URLs, right. So each and every URLs have some ranking, okay, and some length of the URL which there, okay, and then some symbols. If you have any URL, if you take any URL, they have some symbols, okay, and then they have some ranking, okay. Ranking is nothing but if you take a google.com, they have some ranking, right. If you take an facebook.com, they have some ranking, okay. So based on that ranking and then based on that length of the URL and based on the symbol of the URL, symbols available in the URL, based on the registration is nothing but like if you are create on new domain, okay, you have some like your website, and then when it will be expire, okay, like that you have some general information of that website, okay. So based on that website information, we can easily find out whether it's a malicious URL or malware URL. Okay, so if it is an good URL, that this what I am telling about this ranking and all, it will be somewhat looking good. But if it is a malicious or malware URL, definitely the URL will be not in the form of URL manner. Okay, so if you take on URL, the URL have some steps, like first it will be started with the HTTP and then colon. They have some templates, right? So based on the templates, if it is a malicious or malware, it will be totally sometime it's different. Okay, so we can't exactly find, we can find. Okay, so that is web based attack. Okay, so web based attack normally it will be happen like email, okay, or any other some other medium. Okay, so the person who want to take your data, he will simply send the link to you. Okay, so if you are clicking that link, your data will be gone. Okay, so normally it's called as a phishing attack. Okay, the system based attack means they will try to inject some virus or inject some other malicious software to your PC, and then they will do some attacks. For example, if you want to download the softwares from online, okay, sometime if you are downloading for some other software, but the software which you are downloading for your PC is different. Okay, so unfortunately it will be automatically downloaded to your PC, and we will run that one. Okay, so then the system will be done. Okay, so the data will be taken by them. Okay, so this is the way we can use. So here you can see web based attack, some of the major security problem like injection attack, DNS spoofing. Okay, so and then season hijacking, phishing attack, and brute force, denial of service. Okay, so these are some of the attack. Okay, so it will be based on web based. Okay, man in the middleman attack. Okay, man in the middleman attack means if you are giving some request to the server, okay, so those requests will be received by another hacker. Then after those that hacker will be send some other information regarding about your search. Okay, so that is the one of the major attack, man in the middleman attack. So it will be mostly applicable in wireless sensor network. Okay, so WSN. In wireless sensor network, mostly it will be happen like black hole attack, wormhole attack, like those attacks will be happen in wireless sensor network. Okay, and the next one, the system based attack, we already discussed. Okay, virus, worm, and Tarzan, backdoors, bots. Okay, so these are the attack. How we can rectify this error means using some softwares. Okay, but software also it will be already trained softwares only. Okay, so we are using nowadays already trained software only. Based on the trained software, if malicious any virus will be attacked by the PC, it will be removed. But if it is a new viruses means it won't exactly it won't remove. Okay, so it will take some time, otherwise it won't do. So that is the solution for our protecting our data for our web based or our system based. Okay, so this is the thing. Instead of the security suite, we need to do some process. Okay, and then cyber attacks. Okay, so cyber attacks, I hope everybody will know. Okay, so about cyber attacks. Okay, so cyber attack is one of the attempt. Okay, so attempt by digital technology. Okay, so what it will be happen means they will they will take some data about your personal or properties, and they will damage your PC or anything. Okay, so that is the one of the thing we can do with they will done with your cyber attacks. Okay, and we have hackers. So hackers, we will see about different type of hackers. Okay, so in common, the hackers is a person who break into the computers, usually by gaining the access to administrative control. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so who can access for administrative control? They will retrieve all the data to their own PC. Okay, so that is the use of hackers. So here we have different type of hackers will be there. Okay, so the in hackers we have both like good hackers also available and some bad hackers also available, like white hat hackers, gray hat hackers, and black hat hackers. Okay, so let's see it one by one what are those hackers will be used for. Okay, so normally the white hat hackers. Okay, white hat hackers is internet slang refers to ethical computing hackers. Okay, so normal hacking is different, ethical computing is different. Okay, so there is the word difference between normal hacking and ethical hacking is different. Okay, because ethical hacking means for security purpose. Okay, so for security purpose means the person who will take care of protect our data. Okay, the person who will protect our data. So that is the use of ethical hackers. Okay, so ethical hackers mostly try to protect our own data. Okay, because he is the person who developing the softwares like web based or system based attack. The person who this person only will develop the softwares. Okay, so the person testing and other testing methods to ensure the security of organization system. Okay, so this is white hat hackers, and then we have gray hat hackers. Okay, so the gray hat hackers like computer hackers or computer security experts. Okay, so computer hackers and computer security experts who may sometimes violence law or typical ethical hacker. Okay, so what is the thing is he is also ethical hackers only, he is also normally good hacker only, but sometimes we need that data, or we need something important data for our good purpose only, means they will try to take the data from your side. Okay, so that is the use of ethical gray hat hackers. Okay, so it does not have as a malicious intent typically, but they will do some for the good purpose only. Okay, so that is the use of gray hat hackers. Okay, so the next one, black hat hackers. So we have only one hackers, that is violent computers. Okay, so they will use your PC, try to access your PC and try to take your all the data without any information. Okay, so normally they will looking for others data, personal data. Okay, that is black hat hackers. Then how to prevent the hacking? So how to prevent the hacking is one of the important, right? So however, FTP securities are controlled, including stock bound source and firewalls. Okay, so basically generally we will all know about Gmail, right? So Gmail they are giving till now most of the person are not using to authentication. Okay, password authentication, that is two-way password authentication. Okay, till now we are not using, but they are giving two-way. Okay, so we need to log in with our PC also, and we need to tap our phone. Okay, so that is two-step verification. Okay, so till now we are not using, but we need to do for our data. If you need our data as secure, means we need to do those things. Okay, so that is the use of cybersecurity principles we will see. Okay, what are the principles available in cybersecurity, and then let's see about principles. Okay, so the principle is all about this. Here you can see this is principles of the data. Okay, so we have economy of the mechanism. Okay, and then we have fail safeguards and complete medicine, and then open design, and then we have separation of privilege, least privilege, and least common mechanism, and then physiological assistance. Okay, so these are some of the principles. Okay, so for example, if you take first one economy of a mechanism, the principles to take the security mechanisms. Okay, so as soon as as possible we need to save our like security way. Okay, so for example you can take it as a like they will assuming some they want to achieve the target, means they will do some other process assuming some wrong passwords and then they try to correct the passwords then all. Okay, so then fail-safe default. Okay, fail-safe default is nothing but, for example, if we will add a new user to an operating system, the default group of the users should have fewer access. Okay, so fewer access right to the files and service. Okay, that is the fail-safe defaults. Okay, so fail-safe default means in our phone also we have. Okay, so we can not only we can, for example, if you have some personal data with your phone, somebody ask your phone, means we can easily change our account. Okay, not a Gmail account, we can change the account of mobile phone. Okay, so guest account, they will name as a guest account. Okay, so using that guest account you can give it to the phone, then they will see the phone, in there is no data available, then they will give it to us. Okay, so that is the use of file safe defaults. Okay, then we have like open design. Okay, open design is used for like DVD players or any other content scrambling system protection. Okay, so the cryptography like for example, if you take a DVD player, okay, so like in DVD player nowadays using some copying the movies. Okay, so using one original DVD player they are copying the movies, but if you use some other process like cryptography algorithm process to protect the DVD movies from unauthorized copying. Okay, so that is the open design. And then we have like completion meditation. Okay, so completion meditation is like example, if you have an online banking website, should requires to use a sign in again. Okay, after a certain period, like we can say 20 minutes was elapsed. Okay, like for example, that's it. Okay, so if you want to transfer even on PhonePe money or Google Pay money, they will wait for few minutes only, 60 seconds or 50 seconds only. Within that time you need to transfer your money, otherwise it will be it will be not valid. Okay, that is the one of the thing. And separation of privilege. Okay, separation of privilege, like user must know the root password or user must know the right group. Okay, so which group we are having, like that. Okay, then least common mechanism, like if there is a need to access the file or application by more than one user, then the user should be in separate channel to access the resources. Okay, so that's it. So if you are uploading in Google, if you are uploading any data in Google Drive, okay, you are that drive data will be seen by different type of users, means we need to we need to separate the channel itself. Okay, we need to separate for that public purpose we need to create some other different channel itself and we can share it to them. Okay, that is one of the thing. And we have like psychological acceptability. Psychological acceptability is like nothing but like when we enter the wrong password, the system should only tell us that user ID or password is incorrect, but it should not tell us that password was wrong. Okay, so then it will be give some information to the attackers. Okay, that is the use of physiological acceptability. Okay, then what they will do, they will use I forgot password, and then we will I will try for the nickname or questions. I will try for the questions, which is your favorite food, like that, and then they will easily use your questions, because all Indians we most of the person will like biryani like that only. Okay, so they will use them, they will try to use your question and answer. Okay, so then that one. Then work factor is all about like we can encrypt our data with whenever you need, whenever you are uploading the data into the machine. Okay, so here you can see next one, data security consideration. Data security consideration is all about backup, achieving storage, disposal of data. Then security technology, we have like firewall, VPN, and then intrusion detection. Okay, so here firewall and VPN, I think most of them will know about this firewall and VPN. Okay, so virtual private network. So if you want to access some other different type of data or website, you can use VPN. Okay, virtual private network, and intrusion detection, and then access control. Okay, so access control and intrusion detection, and then we have security policies, like it increases the efficiency and it uploads the discipline and accountability. Okay, so and it can make a break a business deal, and then it help to educate the employees on security latency. Okay, and then security standards, like we have ISO. For these are some of the security standards. Okay, so for example, if you are doing any organization based, means we need to get a certificate, ISO certificate, like they will told now. So International Organization for Standardization, then IT Act. Okay, so like this we have some other standard securities we have. Okay, so like IT Act and Copyright Act. Okay, so copyright is nowadays most important one in YouTube channels and all. Okay, so using that only copy, some of the channels are banning. Okay, so that is copyright is important. If you are using single songs or video of from the movie or any other persons, means they automatically block your channels. Okay, so that is the one of the Copyright Act and patent law. For example, if you are building on new mobile phone design, you need to confirm the patent. Okay, patent of your mobile phone from patent law. Okay, so that is important. Then IPR, intellectual properties right. Okay, so intellectual property, these are the some of the important thing we need to use. Okay, so then digital signature authentication ways. Okay, like face recognition or thumb recognition. Okay, that is digital authentication, and brand reputation, then integrity. So this is one of the important thing for our thing. Then cyber security tools. So what are the tools we can use it for cyber securities? Okay, like the tools used to like firewalls. Okay, so firewalls, Windows, we for our PC we don't need to use even antivirus like K7 or some other different softwares. Okay, nowadays Windows also some of the secure when compared to any other thing. So we need to use firewalls and antivirus softwares, and then PKI service, MDR service, and then penetrating testing, and then staff training. Okay, so this is the thing we need to do for cyber security tools. Then cyber security challenges like ransomware. Okay, I think most of them know, okay, about ransomware virus. Okay, it will be attack the ATM machines like that. Then blockchain revolution. So here blockchain revolution like is one of the important. Okay, so it's coming in next within 10 years we will all use blockchain technology only. Okay, because it's a most secured one and the most efficiency one. Okay, but they have some drawbacks like transaction speeds, that and all. So I hope within the 10 years they will build. Okay, so the transaction speeds and IoT threats and AI expansion, and then serverless apps vulnerability. Okay, then it's a conclusion. So I hope everybody will enjoy the session about cyber security. Okay, so I hope that my presentation will helpful for my audience to improve their knowledge about cyber security and then overcome the cyber security loopholes. Okay, so if you have any doubt regarding this webinar or any other like oriented like AI, machine learning or deep learning, you may ask it in our chat box. I will give the reply to you. Okay. Okay, so next thing about everything about conclusion. So we are conducting an IET internship for students and both faculties. Okay, so if you are willing to join this, you may join. Okay, like internships like deep learning, machine learning, electric vehicles, and Android application development and top things. Okay, so we get both 13 days and then 5 days. Okay, so if you need, you may contact to the persons. I will tell you the number. Okay, so if you have any doubt regarding this webinar, you may contact me on hi.java@pantechmail.com. And if you need any other like detail regarding about our webinars and all, you can contact on WhatsApp and Telegram. Okay, and then if you need any other webinars or internships regarding about IETE, you may contact this number, Mr. Senthil Kumar and Mr. Srinivasan and Mr. Kumarasamy. Okay, so you can contact these numbers and you can register your webinars and internships. Okay, so that is the thing we are doing. Okay, so thank you all. Thank you for this wonderful webinar. I hope everybody will understood about cyber security over social network, and then thank you all. Okay.